This video is going to show you another way to find your equation of a line, but instead of using the point slope form, we are going to use our good old trusty y equals mx plus b form, which we should be pretty familiar with at this time. And what we're going to do is just a series of substitutions, put that in, and then see what we get. So let's take a look at some of these problems. So in this one, they're giving us the point and they're giving us the slope, and you might be thinking to yourself, well, you know, maybe I want to use the point slope form, and if that's the case, go for it. For me, the problem has always been it's just another thing you have to memorize. And I know that most of us, it's a lot easier for us to memorize the slope-intercept form because we use it so much more frequently than it is the point-slope form. So let me show you how you can use this information in this equation, in this y equals mx plus b. All right, so what you do is instead of writing y, you find y from your equation and you just put it right in. And then you find your slope from your equation, and that goes where m is, so that will be 1/2. And then your x right here is your x coordinate, so 1/2 times 8. And then you're just going to leave b how it is. And what we're going to wind up doing is just doing a little algebra to solve for b. So again, -4 equals 4, because that's what 8 times 1/2 is, plus b. We're going to move this 4 over to the other side by subtracting it from both sides. All right, and then that's going to give us b is equal to -8. And then it's a matter of just rewriting the equation, the general case of the equation, and you put in the information you know. So you know the slope. That's really, you need the slope and the y-intercept, and you've got your slope, and then you found your y-intercept just a moment ago, and then you put that in and you're good to go. This also works if you have 2 points, because the only thing you have to do differently is you have to find your slope ahead of time, and you guys are rock stars at that now. So we're going to do our y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, which is our slope formula, and we'll call this one, it will be our x2 y2, this one will be our x1 y1. So we're going to do 3 minus 9 over 1 minus -5, can't forget that negative because it's there, and then 3 minus 9 is -6. 1 minus minus gives you a plus, so you have 1 plus 5, which is 6, and then 6 divided by 6 is 1, and a negative divided by a positive gives you a negative. So we know our slope is -1. Now we're going to do what we did in the last problem, and we're going to, but in this case we have 2 points to choose from. So let's take the easier one. Let's take the one where they're both positive, and just do your substitution. 3 goes in where y would be, -1 goes in where m is, because that's what m is, and then your 1 is going to go in for your x value, because that's where x would normally go, and then plus b. So you have 3 equals -1 plus b. Do a little bit of doing the opposite to get b is equal to 4, and then the general case of your equation is just y equals -1, which is your slope, x plus 4, which was your y-intercept. And then let's just simplify this and get rid of that 1, and you have an equation. Now if they're asking you for both point slope form and slope intercept form, it might be better to use the point slope form, but I think if they're just looking for any kind of equation, this is a faster, more direct route, and to me a lot more intuitive and makes more sense. So feel free to use this if you'd like.